So thinking here about perimeter of sort of squares and rectangles. So of sides that have or sorry shapes that are quadrilaterals that have four 90-degree angles. And where in the case of a square, all of the side lengths are the same. And in a rectangle, they have opposite sides that are the same length. Okay, so perimeter. So it's classic, right, to think of perimeter sort of as the space that goes around, or like the amount of fencing it would take to sort of go around a field, say, or to fence your yard. So you could say that the perimeter, in other words, is what happens when you add up, or it's the sum of all of the side measures around a two-dimensional figure. So this could be true for squares and rectangles, but really any two-dimensional figure that is closed and has sort of a shape to it, whatever that shape might be. So, if you want to then know how to find the specific perimeter of a specific shape, you could say that in a square, what is true is no matter what this side length is, whether it's called S or it's called 4 or it's called 9.72 or whatever it's called, right? It's going to be the same because in a square, all four side lengths are the same. So, the sort of formula for finding the perimeter, or P, of a square is 4 times S, whatever your side length is. So you'll take your side length and your side length and your side length and your side length, and you'll add them all up, which is the same thing as multiplying it by 4 because there's four sides. Okay, so over here, if we apply it in number one, we know it's a square, right? And so we use our formula. Well, the perimeter is going to be 4 times our side length. Our side length is given, it's an 8 feet. So we could say that our perimeter is the same thing as 4 times 8, or 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 for each of the four sides. So we could then say that our perimeter, when you solve 8 times 4, is 32 feet, right? And since we are essentially working in the land of one dimension, right? We just have this length and then this length and then this length and this length. It's just feet. It's not feet squared. There's not two dimensions. It's not feet cubed. It's not three dimensions. There's just the one dimension, the length. And you're just adding all the lengths together. So similar, right, with a rectangle, is you have two sets of sides that are the same. So opposing sides are the same length. All the angles are the same. So to find the perimeter, broadly speaking, the formula you could think about is you could call it the P, the perimeter, is the same thing as two of your lengths, could put them in parentheses even, plus two of your widths, right? So you have two of these and you have two of these, and the sum is what you get, is how you find the perimeter. You add them all together. So to apply it, over here, we have some numbers. We don't just have a random length and a random width. We have a specific one. We have my two favorite numbers, if you will. We have 9 and 13. So we could say, all right, well, the perimeter is going to equal our length, 13, times 2, and it's going to be our width, 9, times 2. So we would say 2 times 13 plus 9, 2 times 9. When you solve it, 2 times 13 is 26, 2 times 9 is 18, right? So we've simplified it this far, and now we just need to add to find that our perimeter is 44. We want to remember to put our inches in there. And the same principle can be applied to really any shape, right, to find the perimeter. So here we have a rectangle that went through a windstorm. We have a parallelogram. So we are given this information that two hash marks and one hash mark, right? So we have two sets of sides that are the same length. So the same rules apply as it does with a rectangle. So we could say 21 twice plus 26 twice is going to get us 26 times 2 plus 21 times 2. So we have 52 plus 42, which gets us our perimeter of 94 feet. You can find perimeter of triangles by simply adding up all of the different side lengths. You can find perimeter of trapezoids, right? Noticing here that these two are the same, they're just not both marked with numbers.